All right, everybody. Hello. Welcome to this week's presentation. And this week, what I have this week is a presentation that is developed primarily for our new marketing program and platform and how we're going to be doing events moving forward. So, this presentation now is usable for anybody in any scenarios, but as I go through it, you will see that it's a lot more dynamic. It delivers the information really, really well. What you're going to see is really a chopped up version of it today because I'll be doing it. And on the version that will be released over the next few days to a week, it will be completely scripted and it will be done with a really nice voiceover. It's a beautiful creation, I must say myself, but I wanted to share with people what this is, what it's for, and how it's going to work. So, if some of you should know that the marketing program moving forward, in order for me to be more comfortable with the overall effort and results that we are getting, we're going to become more of a distribution company, a direct sales organization, where we will bring people on board who will work either for I don't care if somebody actually wants to go to work and get paid an hourly wage, I'll pay them an hourly wage. But if they're smart, they'll want to go out and do it on a commission structure rate because then the sky will be the limit. But what we will be doing, we'll be going back to some of the marketing techniques from the Tupperware and Avon days when people would have their home parties together. Well, what could be more powerful than a home party where the end result is how we're teaching people how to get healthy so easily and so powerfully with water, changing people, educating people on water, what the right water is, why they want to do it, and then providing them the tools to do it. This is our future moving forward. So when it comes to the premier product that we will be dealing with, it will be the frequency caller. And for the frequency caller, because of how it is able to service somebody's needs for up to a year without having to be serviced at all, then it becomes very powerful. The fact that it structures the water even more powerfully because of how it is designed to work. And when the water flows through the energy field that the caller creates, the water flowing through the field is what gets structured, what gets energized. So now it's less water getting amplified through the with the frequencies and the biophotons as they're flowing through an energy field, getting structured instantly, energized instantly as they pass through the energy field. So that is how the collar absolutely works and why it is now the number one product. The collar works great in your home or office environment because you can put it on your bottle and as water is going into the bottle, it's getting structured. When it's coming out of the bottle, it's getting structured. So it's getting a double structure in essence if the collar is already on the bottle when the water goes in and then you pour the water out. You can pour the water out of your bottle into your kettle, into your coffee maker, into your pot, into your glass, into whatever you want. You can take that collar off, you can slide it onto your wine bottle, and you can use it there and pour yourself a glass of wine, structured, energized, and now also better for the body. You can take it off there and put it on a bottle of whiskey and do the same thing. Bottle of orange juice, do the same thing. So it doesn't matter what the liquid is. You take the collar off, you put it on. I personally have one bottle that I utilize, and whether it's sometimes I come in from outside with a coffee from outside, and I will run it like when I go to work. I have my bottle, I pour using a funnel into the bottle. I structure my coffee, even buying it from Starbucks or whatever, and then I put it back, structured, energized. So now when I consume it, my coffee is different, and now it affects me in a different way, and it's healthier for me all the way around. So let's go through this presentation, and I'm going to be moving quickly. We're not going to fill in all the gaps. You'll wait for the full version when it comes out. But we're going to talk about our motto: heal the water, heal the person, heal the world. We're talking the truth about EMF, your water, and our biophotonic solution. So again, anything that we say, whether it's in our videos or in our presentation or in person, this information is for education and to help people learn and understand the importance of the quality of water. We don't deal with medical conditions or anything like that. It's all about giving you the information, the tools, and the water that your body needs to operate at its optimum and have all your processes doing what they're supposed to do. And when we do this, our biowater provides all living things with structured and energized water to hydrate, detox, and allow all living things to thrive and to be healthier. We want to create a ripple effect of biowater wellness to heal the water, heal the planet, and in turn, heal the world. So the problem is that EMF is draining the life out of all living things. So before you take another sip of water, understand that EMF is attacking the water that's in your body. It's attacking the water that's coming through your pipes, and the equipment that is moving that water is also making it all become electromagnetically poisoned, and it's turning it from life-giving water into energy-draining water. So what we need to do is we need to fix the problem. But we're surrounded by Wi-Fi, our cell phone, and all the smart devices that are all around us. In turn, it's all creating a brain fog, afternoon energy crashes. We simply just don't have the power within ourselves to do everything that they need to do. Now, a lot of people think because I can't see it, it's not real, it's not there. But when you answer your cell phone, it works. When you put on your Bluetooth, you get sound through it. When you turn on your laptop or your iPad, you get the internet without wires attached. This is what we're talking about, and it is considered a poison, a pollution to our bodies because we are designed for nature, a natural environment. And these elements that we're talking about are all man-made pollutants that are foreign to our DNA. So when we're being attacked by this, it creates issues. And how bad is it? Because in reality, the closer we keep these things to our bodies, the worse off we are. The more of them we have, the worse off we are. So carrying your cell phone, I'm always telling people don't to put their cell phone next to their heart, right? Because your heart is one of the most important things. Your most important parts are in your upper body to keep you alive. And you want to keep them functioning well. Sleeping with your phone beside your bed, having Bluetooth headsets on all the time, your laptop on your lap, being surrounded by Wi-Fi because you can't get away from it. And charging your phone is absolutely one of the worst times when your EMF is in attack mode. And then, of course, people love smart devices like the smartwatches that are tracking your steps, etc. All of these things are contributing to the EMF that's coming at you from a negative point of view. So if you look at the scenario over the course of the last 100 plus years, In the 1900s, the Earth was pretty normal. The Schumann resonance what was dominant energy around the Earth. Then in the 1920s, they start out with the radio waves, and in the 50s, TVs, in the 80s, computers, and in the 90s, cell phones. And then came the Wi-Fi, and then the smartphones, and now we're surrounded by 5G towers going to 6G towers. And you want to tell me that we aren't being manipulated by these things, that these things don't pose a danger to our overall well-being? Let me tell you, they do. And it is so much worse than it ever has been. And you wonder why people walk around with pain in their body that they have no excuse for. Why is it that we always seem to be able to come up with new names for diseases rather than getting rid of the actual disease? So, fibromyalgia, a great example of a disease, an issue that is probably prevalent to Wi-Fi poisoning or electrical pollution because it came from nowhere, out of nowhere, but it is rampant everywhere at this point. So, this is the scenario. This is what we're living in. But not all of the radiation is classified as equal. Because when it comes to ionizing radiation, which is the stuff that you get from your x-rays and, you're going through the airport and all these things. So what we're talking about here is something that's managed and controlled on account of the fact that the impact is only given to you in certain circumstances in order to affect you. So it's not a constant because it's so powerful. They classify it differently. But imagine, if you will, that you're constantly being hit by the Wi-Fi and your cell phone signals, etc. And they are still very, very powerful. So let me ask you, many people will understand this because I'm a person who's been in the water business for a long time. If you are drinking water that comes out of your tap and you don't know what's in it, studies have shown that there's a very good chance that that water could be what ends up making you sick and eventually taking your life. You didn't get poisoned by the water all at one time. It was accumulation of toxins over a period of time that ended up affecting something within your body to turn it into something that wasn't functioning properly in order to create an issue that turned into something negative. When we're being bombarded by these energies, there is no difference between drinking water that is not clean and being bombarded by EMF that is not clean. You have no idea what the outcome will be, when it will be, or how it will be. Everybody is unique. Everybody is special in their own way, and everybody will find their own issues in time. It's very simple. So the bottom line is, if we strictly regulate medical x-rays because of their radiation danger, why are we ignoring the constant 24/7 microwave exposure from the Wi-Fi and the smartphones and all our devices? They are just as dangerous to our overall well-being. 75% of the people are experiencing these symptoms, but they don't correlate it to things that are happening in their environment. A lot of people will correlate it to the fact that they're just getting old. And that's not the truth, because getting old is not a disease. Getting old is something that just happens. The disease is the fact that you haven't taken care of yourself so that you don't feel the effects of the aging in your system. So people walking around with brain fog, headaches, disruptive sleep, cellular dehydration, oxidative stress, all of these things are part and parcel to electrical pollution. When we start to drink bio water, spray with bio water, it becomes very easy to find out what the bio water can do for you. Because as it starts to soothe your insides and it starts to actually lubricate your joints, it neutralizes the EMF and it gets your electrical system optimized for functionality. Your guts becomes more active. All the functions within every cell in your body becomes optimized for functionality. All of a sudden, you start to feel alive. The issues that have been plaguing you start to reverse. Slowly but surely, you start to feel more alive as nature becomes more a part of your daily life. Your function becomes more streamlined. Your body is an electrical system. So when you neutralize the EMF, you're taking out the stress from your biofield and you're loosening up the ability for everything inside of you to function. And as this clears, it's like putting a protective shield around your body because everything from the inside becomes so functional, so vibrant, so energetic, so dynamic that you feel stronger, healthier, and more alive, more vitality to your life as a whole, because your nervous system is going to be more calm and more functional. Your cellular communication is going to be increased and more direct and more dynamic. Your heart rhythm is going to be increased. Your blood flow is going to be increased. Everything inside of you starts to function better. We're going to show you some more of that. But so it's all about the EMF and turning your water into dead water. And that's not what we want because that all leads to the chronic health issues. And it's all because of the lack of cellular function and the lack of hydration from within. So, with that said, this is how EMF and toxic water is making people sick. That is the problem. The problem is the EMF and how it gets into our water, no matter where it is, and it gets into all living things. So now let's look a little bit on the science, the hidden science of water itself. So the water you drink is not the water your cells need. The water that's coming from your taps and coming from the bottles that you're purchasing, it is totally chaotic water that's been pumped from somewhere and it is changed from the natural water that it used to be. In these images here, you can see some images of water crystals from different parts of the world. Antarctica, from the ice, from the Shimanto River in Japan, from the Yussi Spring. These are really interesting designs and how unique water really is. So water from different places represent different energies, different structures. It is water becomes so uniquely interesting. And when you think about it, I love this analogy here because when you think about it, And you understand now how important the water is, how different it is, and how unique it is. But not just that, how absolutely intelligent it is. Then you just simply have to ask yourself a question, because they have an analogy here. And it says that a diamond, as an example, is no different than a graphite pencil. The graphite pencil is made out of lead, and diamonds are both are pure lead, and diamonds are made out of the same element, which is carbon. So, same atoms, different arrangement equals totally different properties. One is soft and dull, which is pencil lead, and the other is the hardest, most brilliant substance in Earth. So now, besides the fact that one is pencil lead and one is a diamond, let's look at the absolute value of the pencil lead compared to the value of the diamond. They both originate from the same source. So tell me, which one, if it was water, which one would you want to be putting inside your body? I think the answer is pretty clear. So the scientists we've talked about, Dr. Gerald Pollack and Dr. Masaru Emoto, and the work that they've done, and the fact that when it comes to science, they knew it, but few listens when we talk about Nikola Tesla and Albert Einstein. Tesla said, energy and frequency and vibration. If you want to understand the universe, understand these three things. Einstein said, the future medicine will be the medicine of frequencies. Well, we have arrived. We're here. And we are some of the leaders in this field because of the history of water in our founder and creator of the product. So, as Dr. Pollack had discovered, the fourth phase of water, how it actually changes, how it clusters, how it collects toxins and neutralizes them from the human body, from our system. These are the important factors and why. So imagine you will have little tiny biophotonic men within your body, neutralizing all the negativity within your body. And while they're taking out the bad guys, they're building new good guys. They're building up the power within your good cells to fight off even more. So forget about tap water, H2O, and look for H3O2, no matter what you do. But for us, we like our body, our water structured with 37 life enhancing frequencies. So that's why every glass we drink is either charging us or draining us. And we want to be charged. We want to live a life full of vitality. And that's done by drinking live, living, structured, energized water. So that is the science. The solution for everything that we are doing is the frequency collar and the biophotonic charger app. Let's run through what some of these features are for how it takes care of you. So for the frequency bottle collar, like we said, it's our premier consumer product now, and it's got a universal fit, slides over any standard bottle or container. It has 37 life enhancing frequencies, so it is capable of instantly restructuring and structuring your water. As water goes in, it's structured. As water goes out, it's structured. And this collar is charged by taking your flashlight from your biophotonic charger and applying the flashlight directly on the button. If you're watching my cursor, you can see me marking the button on the collar on the image on the right-hand side. You apply your flashlight to here, and every collar, when received, should be charged 3 times before, a minimum of 3 times before it's put to use. Now, I will charge the collars before sending them out. Hopefully, we don't forget any. But that, once charged, should last you pretty well a year. And when it's getting close to a year, it'll be time to re-energize and bring that frequency back up to the level that it was previously. Because at that point, at around after about a year, the frequencies will dissipate and a recharge would be required. So a recharge, if you own your app, obviously your recharge is free because you pay for your app every year. But we now will be establishing recharge locations. And as we establish these recharge locations, they will be more than likely in some wellness stores, fitness gyms, and places like that, where people will be able to go in and get a recharge for $29 annually, or for each time that they request a charge, there will be a fee of $29 to recharge. Otherwise, these things take no electricity, they have no consumables, and as like we said, just recharge annually to keep it running. And as long as you take care of this thing, it should last you a lifetime. You should be able to travel with it, take it with you anywhere you go. And it might not be handy to use on an airplane, but if you've got your app, you can use your app on a plane quite easily. And you should never, if you've got both items, you're never without an ability to structure as much water as you possibly could need. Now, when it comes to using this on the shower, I literally take it and I wrap it around the pipe that leads to the shower head. So in a lot of cases, it's the pipe that's coming out of the wall that leads to the shower head. So it is not getting into the water. It's behind the shower head, wrapped around the pipe, and then snapped back together wherever it's. So if you can get it around the pipe 3 times and snap it back together, wonderful. If it's only 2 times, wonderful. If it's whatever, however many times you can put it around and then put the snap back on it, that's it. You're good to go. And the water flowing through there. Now, let me explain. So when that water is flowing through the shower, what's happening is your shower head is actually restricting the water flow. So in the pipe, the water is actually slowed up, and then it's actually being structured in there as it's going through, and it's not flowing directly through the pipe without any restriction on it, because the shower head creates a bit of a restriction to allow the structure to take place. Just like how I have used it on the garden hose. I put it on the metal piece of the garden hose, at closer to the end. It could be closer to the hose, but not on the hose, on the sprayer, so that it's on some metal so that the energy can transfer. And then when I'm spraying it through the hose, the water gets structured. And because it's going through the sprayer, and the sprayer again is restricting a little bit, it allows it to structure a little bit better than if it was just flowing through the pipe. So that is some of the tips and tools on how to use the app the collar, how to recharge the collar, and I like to have the vibration and the sound going into the collar at the same time when charging. So now we've got a lot of experience in the biophotonic charger, and we understand that it's using the sound from your speakers and the light from your flashlight, and it is infusing the water or the liquid with biophotons and the 37 frequencies for you. And so also, anybody who has the app, you may as well consider yourself a recharge station at the same time, because now the way that we're marketing the product would be homes can have collars in them, which is not a problem, but they might only need one app where everybody can go to recharge their collars. A business can be a recharge center and have a way to keep their clients coming back for their recharge and information and additional services as we move on from there. So, when we're talking about the frequencies that are put into the water that are used in order to bring us back to nature, we're talking mostly about the 256 hertz to 528 hertz and this, uh, and so these frequencies, when they are applied, they are what represents the vibration, the frequencies that are tuning the water in order and the elements, the molecules, in order so that we end up with structured water and the frequencies embedded in them so that when we spray them or consume them, they're having that positive effect on us as if we're being tuned right along with them. So when we know that the evidence is strong and we can test it, this is now the confidence that you need in understanding the whys of why. So through the Emoto Institute and Dr. Pollack and other scientists, they've done the double-blind protocols tests. They've done rigorous sampling. They've done the photographies of the water molecules to show what water molecules look like before, when they're unstructured and chaotic. What happens to them when they are put through our technology and come out the other end, and they look like a snowflake, pure, pristine, clean, and structured and organized. So for us, it doesn't matter where the source of the water comes from. The end results will be the same. The water, the liquid, the fluid will go through a structuring, whereas it will turn and it will neutralize the negativity, enhance the positivity, and give you something that is better for you and all living things. This is just some additional views of imageries of water and how it looks when it's unstructured versus structured, before pictures, after pictures, dead water, living water, and basically the reality is we want what's best for us. It makes our life a lot easier and it gives us the quality of life that we actually deserve. Other tests done are such as absorption and how dead water has no absorption when it comes to innate moments. So here, a test was done, and at 277 nanometers, some absorption was magnified significantly with our biophotonic water versus tap water, where absolutely next to nothing happened at the same ratio. Evidence is built up solidly to show that the science of H3O2 structured water for all living things is paramount. That water, biowater, is the solution to our basic life needs to get us on the right path. Now, let's talk about some of the benefits when we consume this biowater for all living things. So, some of the things that we love to bring forth is the fact that plants don't have a brain. They don't understand what we're saying. So they're not going to have an opinion or a reaction. They can only show you the reality of what happens. So imagine, if you will, tap water on the left, biophotonic water on the right. You can tell by the health of the plant, the structure of the root, that there is a difference in how plants love their water. And this is not much different than even when you think about a fish. We've been feeding fish tap water with contaminants in them. But when you take your fish home from the store, the first thing they tell you is don't put it in the water right away when you get home because of the chlorine. It will kill your fish. The chlorine dissipates over the course of time, but the water still remains the same, dead, unenergetic. And that's not what we want for a healthy life. When it comes to what happens inside of our body, we have a thing called the Rouleau effect. And that is what happens when your blood is affected by EMF and they become sticky, called the zeta potential. And that allows them to create this stacking effect, which is not good for the oxygen circulation or any kind of circulation throughout your body. So within 10 minutes of spraying or consuming biowater, your blood cells separate and are flowing freely, and they're delivering healthy oxygen and vibrant circulation through your body. This is a real image of your Rouleau effect below. When it comes to our BioWell technology and how it can show the energy in your body. So we've showed you the BioWell image before and how the spikes and how the gaps in your energy are not good. Well, this also aligns your energy and your chakras and allows your aura to be brilliant and bright, because it's removing the interference that's keeping them misaligned. And again, everything is associated to the quality of the water within your body. So that is how water transforms all living things. And the effects to what happens inside your body can affect everything from your cellular hydration, optimizing your brain functionality, reducing the inflammation, improving circulation, detoxifying better, helping you sleep better. Your athletic performance will be improved. Your skin will be improved, your beauty improved, your immune support and your immune system will be increased. Your cellular anti-aging will be decreased. It'll even help to prolong and give your telomeres additional strength, which means longer life as a whole. So when it comes to fighting inflammation at the cellular level, BioWater does it amazingly. We mentioned it before, how it can flush out the inflammation from your gut, and it will help your with your headaches, migraines, literally everything, because there is a reason why all of these things happen. And it can be attached to the electrical circuitry, the water in your system, inflammation that's attached to all of these things. And basically, it's a way to flush and know that if something is still continuing to bother you on a constant, steady basis, it's time to get it checked out because we do believe that there is so much benefit when you change the water and start drinking BioWater, H3O2, structured energized water, you will see the benefits of what your body can do for you. When it comes to the detoxification, you want your cells to be flushed as good as they can be. The least amount of toxins you have in your system, the healthier you will be in all aspects. When it comes to regenerating tissue, the BioWater will help. It will not work in reverse. So it's going to improve cellular regeneration. It's going to improve the healing, and life is going to feel better, be better on all aspects. When it comes to avoiding diseases, etc., the more oxygen you have in your body, the better off you'll be. The more balanced your blood pressure is, the better off you will be. And BioWater helps with increased oxygen and lowering blood pressure. You can have peak athletic performance with BioWater. The frequencies give you strength. The water gives you detoxing. Both of them combined will give you recovery, endurance, and energy. Injury prevention because your muscles will actually be engaged due to the frequencies that are in there. Bone density is increased because of the frequencies and the lack of EMF. So your chance of actually hurting yourself is reduced drastically. We talked about skin and beauty. Spraying biophotonic water on your wrinkles will watch the water absorb into your skin and plump up the cells underneath, and your fine lines will get less noticeable. When you consume the BioWater on a constant basis, that energy and that plumping up happens from within, and you will look as well as feel younger. All of this is because we need to get back to nature. We need to be grounded. We need to be in tune with the earth. And right now, it's not happening for us because everywhere you look, you'll see cell towers that are grounded into the ground. Our smart meters grounded into the ground. We do not have the ability to take our shoes off and find grass to walk on that will allow us to have the Schumann resonance around us. We need to do this ourselves and take ourselves back to nature in order for us to have all the benefits that are associated. But the one thing that we can say about this is that what we do know now is that not only can we do it, we might be able to do it almost as good as nature and give ourselves the benefits that are directly attached to grounding ourselves from the inside and from the outside with BioWater. Our brain, 75% water. We don't have to say much about this one on account of the fact that We don't want polluted water around our brains because it's not going to help us think sharp and help us remember stuff. And we're not going to be in good moods if we've got toxins flowing around our brains. So again, biowater works for everything that lives and then some. So yes, we can use it on our pets. We can use it on our coffee, our wine, our spirits, and we can use it on our food. Don't forget to utilize our spray bottle as often as we can to spray ourselves, spray our food, spray our pets, spray our plants, spray our glasses before we put something in them. It just goes on and on and on. Biowater for all living things. Ladies and gentlemen, we will stop this part of the presentation here. But one thing that I will say is that our next part of the presentation, when we talk about our new system and we show you that system and it is introduced next week, we're going to have numbers attached to these activities when people go out and do, whether they do a home party at home or at somebody else's home, or we're doing events at businesses or in somebody's association, whatever it is, there are no limits because right now we know that the best people to be sharing this are the people who have the clientele that they care about and that will care about their health. So that's where we're putting our services and our support along with each and every one of you, because each and every one of you who is a Biophotonic app owner, you are now instantly recharge location. So consider this as you move forward. Sell the collar to the people that you know. Recharge their collars annually. You can charge them if you choose for the $29, or you can do it for free if you choose. I totally would respect doing family members for free, but doing friends and associates, etc., for a fee. This now creates an additional income opportunity for everyone who owns the app. And it also allows you the ability now to sell the collar with a 1 year structuring feature that structures way better than the app does on its own. So we're providing in reality a better structuring product and service that will go to work for them for up to a year. And at that point, it turns into an additional income stream for the people who are recharging for them. So this is the program moving forward. And also, too, when we do the services for the businesses, their clients can also now be the people who are doing the home party for their friends. They learned about it at their yoga class, loved it so much, they decided they wanted to go home and have a party and introduce it to their friends because they want free product or they want some extra money. It's that simple. And that's our program moving forward. So now I will take questions and comments and testimonials from our audience as we go from here. So allow yourself to raise your hands, unmute yourself, and GJ, I see you there, my girl. How are you?
I am great. I am so excited. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Can you see me?
I can see
Okay.
you just fine.
Okay. Well, I just added the collar to my program, and oh my God, I don't know how I've done without it all this time. It is amazing. And I'm going to be telling everybody start out with both of them because I love the portability of the collar. I dispense my water out of a copper thermos and I keep the collar on it all the time, except when I'm taking a shower or a bath. And then I move it to the shower. And I did a bath the other day with the Dr. Teal Epsom salts. Oh my God. I have never felt water like that in my life.
I
I
know.
I don't even have a word to explain how it felt. I mean, I didn't want to get out. It it was heavenly. And I'm thinking, oh my God, what kind of chemical soup have I been taking a bath in all this time? And then I also was concerned about the microplastics. And I just learned that the paper tea bags that we have on our tea has
Yeah.
got microplastics in them. So I've got Earl Grey tea that I really love, and I cut the paper bag open and actually put the tea in my infusion with the water. Oh my goodness. You would not believe how good that tasted. It was a totally different product. And so from now on, I'm going to make sure all my tea is loose leaf, or if it's in a bag, I'm going to cut it out
Mm.
because it's just, this has changed my life. I mean, I am so excited about this. I've been in alternative health for 60 years and I've done every kind of health thing that you can. But the problem was, even though I was doing purified water that I was restructuring with another unit, uh, the water still frequency wise was not up to my frequency. So actually, when I was drinking my water, it was actually pulling my energy down. So what do we do when we need to drink water, but the water's less energy than we are? So this was a major thing. And so now, this water with the app tests out to infinity. Things don't test out to infinity. I mean, that's what our bodies were designed to be before we screwed them up, was infinity. So our body says, "Oh my God, thank you, thank you, thank you." But I don't want to talk all night. But I was just so excited about this.
Well, that's excellent because I know you were excited before. So for you to go to that next level of excitement now, that excites me. Awesome.
Well, this collar is a must. I mean, it's just so simple, and I love it. I just love it.
All right, excellent. So we're going to go next to the Zoom user, and you're up there, bud, whoever's on the Zoom user. Hand raised on the Zoom user.
That must be me. I'm sorry. This is Janine.
Hi, Janine.
Hi. I have a bunch of questions. We've had our color for about a month, but we never got any instructions as to how to charge it or to
Okay.
use it. And I'm going, is there a site that if we uh, sign people up for a collar or whatever, is there a site that demonstrates how to use this collar?
I'm working on that right now, actually, Janine. I'm first working on this video. There's just been so much. The instructions, there's going to be something that's going to be going out with every caller as an
Good.
insert, and then the site will be there to back it up also.
So we have this color, and I did not know you were to charge it 3 times. We've only been charging it once. Have we been getting any benefit from that?
Oh, absolutely. It would have
Okay,
had some charge in it when you originally got it. Now, have you tested your water after you've drank the water and everything? You taste the difference, correct?
right. We
That is
have a really, really, really good filtered program already that does all the frequency changes. So on top of that, we also now are adding the color. So
yeah.
we probably don't notice as much changes as some of the other people, but
Okay,
yes,
well,
we can.
in order to do that, my dear, all you do is go take some regular water, squeeze some lemon juice into it, and then run it through the collar, and just confirm to yourself that you're getting the change in the water.
Okay, then my
But
other question was,
yep,
when you fill a spray bottle with the charged water from
yep,
the collar, how
yep.
long does it stay charged in the spray bottle? Is it all day and you have to put in fresh the next day or?
Yes, I would definitely I would give it about 8 hours for the
Okay,
frequency to be strong.
okay. And then my last question, what happens to all the contaminants that are in the water, like the chlorine and all the other garbage that's in there?
Well, it actually gets clustered into the structure of the water, and that's how it becomes eliminated from being able to smell it or stay in your body when you drink the water. So literally, I'm even telling people now that are going out and buying bottled water to stop and just if you want to save money, buy the collar and just take the tap water, run it through the collar, and you're going to have better water than anything else that you think you can possibly get from the store.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
Now, do you have the full instructions and understanding how to charge it?
I think we do now. And you also said you can wrap it around a hose so you, when you water your plants outside, you can
Yes,
they can
I,
benefit.
yeah, and if you have a nice bunch of metal on your sprayer would be what I would say.
Oh, it has to touch the metal.
Because I don't, it's not going to go through the rubber.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
Okay, you're
You can
welcome.
put it where the water comes out of the faucet. That's metal.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Anywhere where there's metal, it's fine. Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. All right, Santa Maria.
Hello there. Thank you so much for this information. I'm sorry, it's the light and the window light.
Are you kidding? The
I'm in
light
the
makes you look
shadow.
amazing.
I'm in the shadow. Okay. What I do is I have a jar, a 1 liter jar, and I use it when I pour some into a glass to drink. I use it for coffee, tea, soup, anything. I keep refilling it. So, and I keep it in the fridge. So it's always going with the color. I
Okay.
just wanted to show that. And now
Can I make a comment on that for you?
yes,
I wouldn't do it that way.
how would you do it?
Okay, so a regular bottle, such as a wine bottle or something along that line, you could do it with a 26er or a 40-ounce bottle. You're not trying to put a charge into that water while it's sitting in the bottle.
Oh,
If
okay.
you want, if let me say this, if that hold that up again for me. If you want that water to be charged and ready for you, you're better off to have a wine bottle. You take that collar and you put it around your wine bottle at the throat of the
Okay.
wine bottle, and you fill it with water and you fill that container with the water from the wine bottle. I
Okay,
want
so
to
this is
make it clear for everybody how the best way to use this collar is. If you have one bottle that you love, okay, now I'm going to try to hold mine up. It's very hard to see because it's glass. Now, somehow you can see that right there, I believe.
yes.
So my bottle has a long neck on it. So I've got my collar around it 3 times. If my
Okay.
if my collar, if it was a different bottle, I might have it around it only 2 times as an example. But what you're going to do is you need to create, my dear, this is an energy field that is around this bottle with the collar. The
Yeah.
water flows through that, and that's when it gets the structure.
Okay.
So your situation that you have right now, it's got the energy in the bottle, yes. And it's probably structuring that bottle also. But for your understanding of how the collar works and everybody's understanding of how the collar works, it's just the flowing the water through it.
Okay. So when
And
I
then you
pour
can,
it in and I pour it out, if it's
yes.
3 times around, that's when it works best.
Yeah, well, it's just, yeah, two times, three times, as long
Okay.
as it goes around it and then the water is flowing through it, that will do the job much better. Not only that, for you, it's actually going to make your life a lot easier.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. That's my the first thing. Now, how important is it to keep it dry? I'm thinking of winding it around the kitchen tap, which is metal, and then
Yeah.
I can use the tap water directly.
Yeah, that's fine.
It would get sprinkled.
Yeah, it's okay. That's fine. Mine's actually fallen off my bottle into the water. It's not a big deal.
Okay, that's fine then. Okay, and so it's very reassuring that tap water can be made safe. That's very reassuring.
Yes.
And to have it for a charge for a whole year, that's very reassuring too. So
Yeah.
thank you. It's such good information. Thank you for showing us the research. Thank you so
Yes, it's
much.
my pleasure. And let me tell you, I'm basically about halfway through that presentation. There is I have made this presentation, so it basically, anybody who watches it, when it's complete, they're going to have everything that they need to know. This presentation is made so that it can do the talking, so none of our presenters actually have to unless they want to.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Skip, any more questions from you?
No, I'm good.
You're
You
good.
answered my questions in the beginning, and I appreciate that. Thank you. And it was a great presentation tonight. A lot
Thank
of
you.
things that I felt were unresolved in past talks have been resolved.
Oh, excellent. Excellent.
So
So
thank you.
the one other thing I will say to everybody is you're only going to be limited to how much water you can structure now by the size of your bottle.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing. Oh, and GJ, when you're talking about the experience in the bathtub, okay, so myself, I've done that with the salt and actually baking soda works really well too. So the Epsom salt, baking soda, and even Himalayan salt. And the water, like you said, it is so soft and smooth and silky. It's like you can't even believe you're touching yourself because of how your skin feels while you're laying in the tub. It's absolutely amazing. Totally recommend. And I'm not a tub guy, but that was absolutely fantastic.
So you can look at some boron as well.
That's a thought. Yes, yes. More on, yeah.
I'm not sure that we really need to add too much to it because it's so complete on its own, you know?
I know, but it feels good. Well, some of the things that I just think about and like this, the natural things that would enhance whatever it is that we're trying to accomplish. So that's why the baking soda and the salt, and those things, and the boron, just anything that can help to get in there and loosen things up a little bit.
I think I'll try adding my Celtic salt to it. But
Absolutely.
the reason I use the Dr. Teal Epsom salts is because it doesn't have a warning on it that tells you to not get it in your eyes. And so whenever I'm going to be soaking in a product, if it's giving me a warning to not get it in my eyes, do I really want to be soaking in it?
Oh, okay.
So a lot of the Epsom salts out there now says, be sure and keep out of your eyes.
Oh, that might be just, well, yeah, your eyes are pretty sensitive though.
I mean, I can use this in my eyes with no problem.
Yeah, me too.
So anyway, I wish I could come up with a word to explain what that Epsom salts bath tasted like, but I'll let you know if it's a difference with the Celtic salt in it.
You're not supposed to be drinking it.
Oh, by the way, I am drinking the water while I'm in there too. So,
In the tub?
oh yes,
Oh, you
not
are
the tub
crazy.
water, but a glass of water.
Okay.
Not the salt water?
You were scaring
Well,
me there for a minute there, GJ. I'm telling you.
I have been known to drink salt water, but I found out that it's more health wise to actually just put the salt on your tongue and then drink the water instead of putting it in the water. I don't know what the difference is, but
Oh,
I'm
that's
I'm a kinesiologist, and it tests out stronger to actually put the salt directly on your tongue and then drink your water. I have no idea why. I just test energy.
we know
Weird.
we know you're yeah. We don't have to explain this. I was telling Mike today I had some people over here. Is it okay if I share my testimonial here? There,
Sure.
Mike? Sorry, I got on late. I was a little distracted. Yeah, so I had a couple friends over on the weekend, and I I gave the collar to my friend here, and she had no idea what it was, but I said, just kind of lay it around your neck. And within not even in the first minute, she said her shoulder pain was gone. And I was, I know that this is very powerful thing, but I was just flabbergasted that within the first minute, it was like felt like 10 seconds maybe. And she didn't even know what it did. She just said, "Is it weird that my shoulder doesn't hurt anymore?" And I almost fell off my chair. Just couldn't believe it happened that fast. And then I did a bottle of wine because I don't drink, so I haven't tested that myself. And I went and got a bottle of red wine that I had laying around from who knows when. And I gave them a drink of it. And then I put the collar around and poured them another glass. Well, not a glass, but a bit. And they absolutely could taste the difference, and we're shocked by it. So what we have is just beyond words. I was sharing it again today with a friend I hadn't seen in a bit, and I put it in a spray bottle, right, well, we all do, I think, to spray ourselves. She goes, "What are you spraying on your legs?" And I said, "Oh, it's just water, but meanwhile it's relieving and hydrating as we miss." So I could probably go on for a half hour about things in the last couple of days, but we'll save those for another day.
Now, when you put the collar around her shoulders, you couldn't snap it. Is that correct?
So honestly, with her, I'm very thin, so I can do it around my neck. I do it periodically. My daughter loves it around her neck. She's 4. But it did snap around her neck. So I don't know, Mike, if that is something we've figured out, whether you just
It
have to
doesn't
kind of let
have
it.
to snap for it to be dispelling the energy. No.
Right. And it
No.
doesn't have to
If
be
you laid it
totally
across your
circular.
shoulder, it would be doing the same thing. Yeah.
Right. So I've
Cool.
had that where, um, I've laid it across people like where they had pain and it dissipated. They really noticed the difference. So yeah, so you're saying it doesn't have to be totally wrapped around.
No, no. It's like it's just applying the frequencies to the body. It's really what it's all about. So when we're talking about it being connected, especially when we're talking about being around the bottle, we want to complete the energy field and then have it flow through. But when we're dealing with like body pain or something, just like we would spray the water on the spot, just lay the collar on the spot.
Right. Makes sense because it's just the energy coming
Yeah,
out of the collar.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I haven't even been telling people what it is yet. And I just kind of, you know, um, do you have pain? And I'm like, put this in that area and we'll see.
Mike, I have a question. When I'm filling the wine bottle, if I use a funnel to fill, will that plastic affect the color?
It won't affect the collar. It might put some little bit of plastic. Listen, I used a funnel for a plastic funnel for a long time, but I can tell you, I just recently found stainless steel ones, and I just bought stainless steel ones.
Where'd you find
Okay.
that, Mike?
A dollar store.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, until I get one, what do I do with it? Can I
Use
use it?
plastic until you get it. That's all there is
Okay.
to it.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions, comments?
Yeah, Mike, I got a few comments.
Yep.
So actually in Japan, they don't call it fibromyalgia. It's actually called electromagnetic deficiency syndrome.
Funny how that works.
Yeah, actually addressing the source of the problem. Novel idea.
Yep.
And I consider the wrong water, uh, as well as EMF, Wi-Fi, 5G, and 6G to be what we call energy vampires, exposing the color to water and heat over time. Is the color made of leather or vinyl, or what is it made of?
It's a kind of a leather composite.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just wondering over time, with the shower. I don't know how
Well,
long.
again, you're not showering with the collar. The collar is on, it's above the shower. It's not getting per se soaked. So if it gets wet, it hasn't mine. The one that's on my bottle right now is probably 2 years old. And it looks pretty much the same as one that's brand new.
Yeah, just I've seen it. It literally just looks a little bit worked in. Yeah, so when you wrap it around the shower head, guys, you're just wrapping it around the pipe coming out of the top of the shower.
Out
So
of
it
the
doesn't
wall.
even, yeah, it doesn't even get wet when I
That's
put it
right.
on there.
That's right.
Right.
And also, the nature doesn't lie or have a bias. And actually, what we're doing is, in the short and the long run, separation from nature is actually ungodly and more costly to everyone.
Absolutely. I think that's part of what the message I try to send to people. Every time I'm talking to somebody, I always find myself mentioning God and getting back to nature and back to that. And, because it's something that is so real in regards to where we need to be. And if you look at everything else that's going on around us at this point, let me ask you, and Christine in particular, because I know how much commitment you have, and GJ, but GJ, do you not find that you might be vibrating at a different frequency these days? I find myself really kind of in tune with life and the things that are going on around me much more so now than I have been in the past. Does that make
So
sense? Could anybody comment on that?
I, well, GJ, if you want to go ahead, but I could comment.
Go ahead.
So I talk to Mike a little bit frequently lately, and ever since I've had this caller, I'm just I call it in the flow of life. I'm getting the front parking spot at the supermarket. Every time I look at my phone, I'm seeing 1111, 222, 333. I'm just in a flow and everything's working out in, I call it perfect harmony. And the only thing I've changed in the last 3 weeks is the collar. So it's just brought on that very high frequency for me, and even the healing in my body and my back that I've been unfortunately struggling with for a while is it's just the superior healing that it's doing. And I think it's because what I do take nutritionally is um, a very good product. So it's just helping that work better. So it's able to go in and heal even faster. Does that make sense, GJ?
I think so. In fact, I had something very strange happen last weekend. I went to my grandson's high school graduation, and the crowd was huge. And I had this lady getting her way through the crowd. I mean, it was very difficult for her to get her way through the crowd trying to get to me. And she said, "Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. I have to talk to you." And I said, "Yes." And she said, "You just glow." She said, I just had to tell you, I, I've never seen anybody glow like you do." And I work really hard on my nutrition. I do one meal a day of just microgreens, which is high frequency. And being a kinesiology, I test everything that goes in, on, around, and near my body. And this water app has just, I mean, we don't have too many things in our life that test out to infinity. And I would suggest everybody that knows anybody that's having a baby to spray this water on their umbilical cord. I mean, they're coming in here with all kinds of garbage, and we just really need to help them.
Oh, we need to help everybody.
Yeah,
Uh,
if I had a comment, I don't refer to it as good luck, but alignment.
Right. In the flow is how I feel. I'm just
Yeah.
in the flow and everything is always working out and it's perfect.
alignment.
Except for my 4-year-old daughter. If anyone has help with my 4-year-old daughter who wants to beat me up right now, let me know.
There is no help. Sprayer.
It's called establishing boundaries.
I do spray her. I spray her every morning before she goes to daycare.
I was thinking about this when my kids were little, and when they would pull stuff, I was thinking, I wish I had this water. I would just spray them.
Spray 'em like
They're
you
laying on
spray
the
a-
ground having a temper tantrum. I would just
Yeah.
spray them and walk away.
Well, like people spray their cats, right? So they
Yeah.
don't do certain things.
Absolutely.
Oh
Well,
man.
that might be a positive reinforcement to a negative thing. So I would wonder about that.
Yeah. Marcel, you have any more comments there, my friend?
Will note the body or the toilet will not flush properly without the right water.
Without water.
With the right water. Yeah.
Oh, the toilet won't flush either?
Oh, not properly.
Oh.
You could have dirty water in there and it probably won't work. It'll probably leave a mess after you flushed it.
Probably.
I'm spraying all my food now.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact, I get 2 days more out of my microgreens if I spray them when I'm taking them in and out of the refrigerator.
Absolutely. Yep. It's actually in the presentation later on.
I actually have asparagus that I've had in the fridge. You sit it in the water, right, when you get it,
Yeah.
and it's not even turning on me yet. I just am
Wilting.
floored.
Yeah,
Now,
it's
have
in-
you tried putting your avocados in your water in the
Mhm.
refrigerator? They
No.
will last forever.
Come
Get
on.
out.
Yes, they won't spoil.
Oh,
I
okay.
just bought some today, so I'll do that.
Oh,
But
I'm
wash
gonna have to
wash
get
them
some
really
because
good. Wash them really good and get all that chemicals off of them before you do it.
okay.
And then just submerge them in water.
No, take your your re-energized water and
Yeah.
fill a bowl, and then just put them in there and put them in the refrigerator.
And don't cover or anything.
No, and if you got to make sure they're a little bit ripe, because if they're too green, they won't
They
ripen.
won't ripen. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's very good.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah. See how many things we're still learning, and it's great.
Oh God, every day,
Oh,
it's so
beautiful.
fun.
Yeah, it is. All right, folks. If there's nothing else, I thank you for your time, and I'm very excited about the future and what's coming down the road. And you should all be excited too, because we're in a great place. We're healthier, we're wiser, and now we want to share this information.
Great information you're putting together. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, everybody, have yourself a great evening, great rest of your week, and we shall talk to you soon. Peace
Bye-bye.
out.